Sit down, grab a snack, get comfy. We're back. Welcome.
This is what you do on the floor. Dude.
Okay.
Do you think I'm stupid? No.
Yeah. Welcome to the first episode of Shit You Don't Care About. We already recorded
22 minutes of shit.
We start over because she didn't like her eyebrows.
No, don't say it like that. It's not that I didn't have any on and then I was like, oh, I don't look good. It's that like they were too dark for my face.
So we already started eating. We're kind of a mess right now. But basically we ordered food from Pizza Bella.
Like it's like, eh.
We ordered a 6-cut cheese pizza, garlic bread, 2 slices of cheesecake, and soda. And then in here's leftover fudge from Christmas, because we're filming this Thursday after Christmas of 2018. Just in case you were wondering.
Yes.
Yes. Basically, this is our like podcast mukbang type series. Basically, we're just gonna like sit down and eat food and talk about stuff. We have a list on our phone of a bunch of topics we want to talk about, but because because this is the first episode, we just want it to be casual, just like conversation. So she went through a bunch of lists, like
Articles of like questions you asked for people to fall in love with you.
questions. Yeah, to make people that will make people fall in love with you. To ask someone. She picked out all our favorite, so we're just gonna answer some of those. It's actually okay that we're not using the other footage because literally all we talked about was The Office. Literally all we talked about was how much I love Jim Halpert.
Yeah, and how much I love you too.
Even though she doesn't watch it often.
Yeah.
But we don't need to get into that again. We just talked about all that.
Oh, Lola looks so sad.
I'll let her in.
Huh? Okay, anyways, we should get back to it.
Wanna let her in?
Oh my god.
Come on, babe. She's so sweet, Lexi. Savoy. She's super sweet. I'm putting that in there so she knows. We're recording a video.
Oh, that's right.
And Daisy's here. Who else would I be talking to?
What hobby would you get into if time and money weren't an issue? You're gonna answer? I'm waiting.
I'm thinking.
So basically, it's the stuff that I'm doing now. I just like spend more time on it.
I'm like squishing the bottle.
And I'd have like more money to like
So like photography?
Yeah, like photography, film, like hang out with like my friends and like, you know, traveling, like the normal shit that people always say.
Traveling, yeah, me too.
Like, you know, visiting I wouldn't like travel to like Paris or like you know, places like that. I like go to like Bangladesh. I don't know. Oh my god, do people nuts?
Fight me.
Hello?
Hi.
I'd go to like Mexico. I love Mexico, you know, not just because I'm like Mexican or whatever, but like I love the people there, and like I love like I feel like I love like South America and like
Really?
I don't know, like yes, really. So like places like that.
What am I saying?
Question.
Oh, writing. No. I'm not even done.
Oh my god.
This always happens.
Because nobody cares, literally.
Then why'd you You don't need money to write. I'm just lazy. That's not something that time and money is a problem with. It's I'm the problem.
Come on.
Hey!
Wanna go out?
For what in your life do you feel the most grateful? My friends and family.
Okay. For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
My friends and family. Okay, I don't want to put this in. No, because I don't want him to watch it.
Who?
Tyson.
Oh.
My answer is Tyson. But I don't want him to know that.
Say to me.
You too, and you. But mostly Tyson.
You too and you?
No! You too, and you. I'm also grateful for you. Tyson and you. But mostly Tyson. I'm just
Fuck
kidding.
Tyson.
Anyways, do you have an answer?
I don't think anyone specifically, but yeah, like my friends and my family. Like I'm grateful that I have a mother and a father.
Me too.
And 2 shitty sisters.
And
And
I'm grateful for my 3 shitty sisters too.
and
Just kidding, they're not shitty. Feel bad. One of them's pregnant. I can't call her shitty.
if it weren't for them, I'd be a different person. And I like the way that I turned out, I guess. in a
I do
way.
too.
Like I like the way that I am. So, and I feel like all the people in my life, good or bad, they've like shaped that. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that.
I'm also grateful. This is obviously like really cheesy, but I'm grateful that like we have roofs over our head and we have
Yeah,
dinner every
yeah.
night. You know, like that's the obvious stuff. But I
Things
feel
that
like
like
it's just so easily
Yeah.
taken for granted. Like you come home and you walk into your house and you have food in your fridge and you have a bed to sit down in and like
yeah.
even just sitting on your phone. It's like
Mhm.
all that stuff that you're holding and sitting on is like be
Yeah.
grateful that you have it. You know.
And like
I feel like
yeah.
all the time I do it too, way too much. Like I take it for granted.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk about music for a second because I have very strong opinions about this. I've ranted to my mom about this before. But music, I think it's stupid judging people for anything. But I feel like music is one of the worst things. I feel like you should never judge someone's music taste ever. Like even if someone is really into country and you think country is like the worst music in the world, I think you should just keep that opinion to yourself. Music, I feel like, is one of the main things that helps people through stuff. Like
Yeah.
whenever you talk to someone and you're like, oh, like what helped you through this time, people 9 out of 10 times say that music
Yeah,
really
really have
helped
a
them.
song that like resonated with them
Mhm,
through that
yeah.
time. That, like,
Music
yeah.
is just so important. Some people don't like music, and that's fine. Some music doesn't help some people at all, and that's fine. But there are so many people that music is just so important to them, and I feel like music is just something you don't mess with because
Yeah.
music really helps people.
Yeah. Or I've had like a lot of times where I felt like what I was thinking or what I was like feeling was like wrong, and then it's like hearing the lyrics to like a song, it's like, okay, well somebody else feels the same way, somebody else thinks the same way, so like maybe
Mhm.
I'm not like wrong.
Yeah.
Like maybe like I'm not like weird or whatever, like maybe like this is normal. Like it kind of normalizes like what you're feeling because then you're like hearing somebody else like feel the same way.
What, kitty? Want to go back out now?
Okay, what's the next question? Let's move on. Let's move. We've been talking about.
As you get older, what are you becoming more and more afraid of?
The future.
Yeah.
I hate talking about that, thinking about the future. I mean, I like thinking about it hypothetically, like what I would like my dream future. I like talking about like, wow, I want a house, a white farmhouse in the country or like whatever, and I want 3 kids, and this is what I'm gonna name them, and I want boys, and I want them to get married here, and like I like talking about that kind of stuff, and I like dreaming about the future. But I don't like talking about the future realistically, because that scares me, because I know it's out of my control, and I honestly have no idea what I'm gonna do.
I hate like having to I guess kind of figure out like what I'm gonna do, you know, like school wise, like college, and like what I'm gonna like do, you know, for the rest of my life. And like money and like having like a good future, and like I guess kind of like disappointing my parents. Like, you know, I don't want to like disappoint them, but also like I kind of want to do whatever I want to do, whatever that is, because I don't know what that is. But
it's like I know what I would like to do. Like I know all the stuff I would like to do and like to have, but it's like I don't know how I'm gonna do that. And thinking about it realistically, I know that's not gonna. That it's gonna be hard to make it happen if it does.
So ultimately, what would you want to do?
I don't know. Like, I hate talking about this because I honestly don't. I would love to either get into acting or be like, or animate for Disney or something, or like I have all these dreams that are so out there, or like be like a best-selling author or something, or like get monetized on YouTube. Hey, like I have all these crazy dreams, but it's like I'm willing to work hard for it, but I still don't have that like affirmation that it's actually gonna happen, even if I do put the work into it.
Yeah, but I mean, I've like heard a lot of people like that like do get successful in like whatever it is that they do. Like they ultimately just say that like they did it, you know? That like a shit ton of people have those dreams that you have. But
that's another thing. It's like almost every little girl that you ask, it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, I want to be a singer. I want to be an actress. Like,
so what's the difference with you and them?
I don't know. That's another thing that scares me, because it's like, you know, sometimes you feel like you're special. Sometimes you think like I'm a special person. Like, if you believe in God, then like God has a plan for me. I'm here for a reason. Well, everyone is here for a reason. I believe that.
You believe that?
Yeah, I believe that everyone's here for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I do believe that. Even if your reason is really, really, really small, I still think everyone has a reason. There is. You're right. But sometimes you think that you're
different.
You're different special. And you're special. And it's like sometimes I'll be sitting there and I'll be doing something or whatever, and I'll feel special and I'll be like, wow, maybe like I'm gonna go somewhere in life. But then I really think about it and I'm like, there are millions of people out there who are way more talented than me. And it's like, maybe I can't amount to anything, or maybe I won't amount to anything. Maybe that's just not. Let me just get my thoughts out. Let me talk about my feelings. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I think about at night. Oh, that's one of the questions, yeah.
I get that, but also that's what a lot of people think, and then they don't do anything. You know, then they stick to their 9-to-5 job, and then they're like, that's it.
Yeah, I'm really against like.
And there is a lot of talented people that I feel like that I know that like have already picked that lifestyle for
their
them.
talent goes to waste.
Yeah, like I know a lot of people now that like I feel like they're very talented and they have like they're like super smart, and they're just like, I don't know, they just have like a good mind, and like I feel like the shit that they say is very important, but then like they're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be like I don't know, like I'm gonna work at an office, and then they like stick to that even though that's not like their dream. Like if that's what you do, like if that's what you want to do, like do it, right? But like if that's not what you want to do, then don't like do it.
I was gonna say there's also a side, like both of my sisters were always really good at art, and one of my aunts was a really good artist, and my dad has talked about stuff like their talent, like it hasn't been wasted, but like they're so talented and they're not really using it with anything at the moment. And there are so many, like if you think about it, there are millions and millions and millions of people out there who are so talented.
I hate chocolate with a pepper flake on it.
But there are so many people out there that are so talented and no one knows it. But you also have to look at the other side. Like some people, even if they're super talented, you don't have to always share that. You don't have to always put that out there. Some people just like what they do for themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And maybe like you said, maybe they want to work in an office. Yeah. Maybe that's the direction they want to go in. Because some people are meant to meant for that. Some people are meant to have a 9 to 5 job. Like Jim Halpert. And Pam Beesly. No, Pam Beesly was an amazing artist. Spoiler. So you get a certain amount of subscribers. You can't like have custom thumbnails.
Fuck that.
That's why all my thumbnails are just like random shit.
Okay, what's the best thing about you?
I don't like that question.
Obviously, I don't think that I'm like a terrible person, or else I feel like I won't have like the friends that I have and like have people like me, I guess, because you know, you kind of have to be a certain amount of like likable, have people like you, and you have to be like you know, a goodish person to have people like you. So I don't think that I'm all that terrible. I guess the best thing about me would be like my personality. Like the way that I act towards people that I trust, and like
Yeah, you're really fun to be around.
oh, and like yeah, I guess I guess I don't hate myself because of that. Like I hate other things about myself. I just don't hate like the way that I am. I've like I kind of used to like not like the way that I used to be, just because I thought I was kind of like I was not the best person. Or now looking back at it, I'm like, oh, I wasn't the best person. But like now, like as of now, I've learned to like myself. Yeah, and like the way that I treat people, because I think that the way you treat people says a lot about you, and the way that you're towards the people that you love and the people that love you, it really says a lot about you. So
I feel like I'm very open-minded. I love learning new things like about people. Like I study. My mom knows because I'll go through different phases and like I'll explain it all to her and go on rants about it to her. But I like to study different mental illnesses. I love studying mental illnesses. I love studying all different kinds of illnesses and like different personality traits and whatever, because and like different like races and sexualities, because I want to be open-minded and I just want to accept everyone, and also I want to understand. I just want to be able to understand people and accept them. So I think my open-minded was one of the questions on there was like, what's one thing you think everyone should do at least once in their life? When you said that, like you've started like loving yourself. You used to not like how you are, but now you've started liking yourself. I think that's one thing everyone should be able to do in their life. Self-love is a very, very difficult thing, and it's a journey. It can take like your entire life, but I think everyone should be able to come to a point in their life where they can just be able to love themselves. I think everyone should get to experience that and
not like
to experience
hate that you're like a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even if it, like I said, even if it takes you, if it takes you until you're 12 or until you're like 83, I think everyone should be able to love themselves.
Yeah.
Even if it's a journey. When you were answering your question, you kind of like you explained like yourself, and I feel like, and when you asked the question, I was like, oh, I don't like this question, and I think that just kind of reflects a little bit how this is like a weird topic, but how society has like impacted us, because I feel like it's kind of fucked up that we feel the need to explain ourselves before we say something that we like about ourselves. You can't win. Yeah. Because if you're too insecure, people are going to be like, oh, like, shut up, you know, like, you're just,
like, you're
don't
just
be
saying
insecure.
That,
And then,
like,
but
then, you're just saying that because you want people to, like, you know, be like, oh, no, Julie, you're so great.
Yeah, like, you're fishing for attention. Yeah. But then, if I wasn't like that, and if we just jumped in without the explanation, this is my favorite thing about myself, then people would be like, oh, you're stuck up. Yeah. Like, you really can't win, and it's just really sad that, like I said, I feel like everyone should be able to love themselves and everyone deserves self-love. So it's sad that we feel the need to explain why we love ourselves.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
not like something bad, you know. I can say, oh, I love Julie, and that's not bad.
Mhm.
But if I say, oh, I like myself, then like that's like, oh shit, you shouldn't. I think it's because people want you to not love yourself, and then it's like, oh, love yourself. But then once you do, it's like, no, because now you're like, now you feel like you're entitled to certain things, you know, because somebody treats you bad. It's like, oh, you know, that's something that happens, but it's like, no, I shouldn't be treated that way.
It's like a lot of people are telling people to love themselves to seem
And,
like
like,
a good person,
Yeah,
but really,
they want to see you not with yourself. I don't know. I think that
it's
like,
weird. Life is weird. People
Yeah.
are weird.
I think that loving yourself doesn't mean that like you love everything about yourself and that like you have no flaws, because like obviously I still have flaws, and obviously like I'm not perfect. You might think that I am, but I'm not. I have flaws.
Really? Oh my
I
god.
have flaws.
I could have never
I have
guessed.
No, but like obviously everybody has flaws, but that's like normal, you know? And I guess realizing that that's normal is like, it's good, you know? It's like,
I'm weird. Do you ever see me without this stupid hat on? That's weird.
yeah, I know, but I mean, it's like, it's fine, you know? People have like flaws. I don't know what my flaws are, but I bet I have some. I don't know what they are, but like I
They're
guess
there,
I
I
mean, I guess like everybody says we have flaws, so like I guess we do. I guess, but like I mean, oh, but what you said about the open-mindedness thing, like I feel like I was super like closed-minded. I feel like I was like, you know, like in my own like bubble, you know, like the this is the way everything's supposed to be bubble. But then once you like explore other cultures and you explore other people and you meet other people and you like get out of that bubble, you start realizing that like your way isn't like it, you know? That they're like the way people think is because of like certain things, and then like once you learn those certain things you understand them a little bit better. And I mean, yeah, just like getting out and like realizing that is really beautiful. And I think you like, I don't know anything, but like, I mean, yeah, I guess I would like to say that like I started liking myself more once I became more open-minded to like the way people thought, and I guess kind of like learned that other people think different ways than I do, and that's okay, and not kind of being like, oh no, it's this way, and then that's it, you know? It's like religion and with like culture and stuff like that. It's like fine to like not know, and it's fine to like for there to be other ways of doing certain things. I don't know.
You better love us
I don't
now.
know.
Are you
Like,
in love with us now?
I don't know.
That we're answering these questions. These are questions to fall in love with someone.
I
This is
don't
like our
know.
first. This is our first date.
I didn't fall in love
With
with
them.
you, Julie.
Damn
I
it!
did not fall in love with you.
My plan
But I
is
bet-
soiled.
But I bet she fell in love with me because everybody does. It's called the Daisy spell.
The Daisy spell. The Mandela effect. I only know the Daisy effect.
Can we sing a song?
You learn the things
Can
you
we
never
sing,
knew.
our Post Malone song?
Can I? No.
Get ready for this.
I'm not putting this in.
You're gonna fall in love
I'm
with
not
me.
putting this
You're
in.
gonna fall in love with me.
I'm not putting this in.
In the middle of a cold, dark night, I heard a sound and I thought to myself, what was that? I got up and checked. It was you walking out my door. You loved me just moments before. Why'd you lie?
What the heck?
You looked at me and said I'm not number one. Why don't you love me?
Why don't you love him? Why don't you love him? Okay, that's enough.
No.
We're gonna wrap up now. It's been fun. I hope you're in love with us now.
Hit me up.
Yeah, I'll have all her shit in the
Hit Julie up
description.
as well.
I'll have all my shit in the description. And
Our friends already know our shit.
right? Hi, we should do shout outs. Like when people are on TV. Hi Tyson. Hi Lexi.
Hi Mom.
Hi Christian might be watching this.
Person who?
In our English class.
Oh, Ayahu Aish!
He watched my first video.
Why?
Hi. I don't know. Ask him. Hi.
Why? Why are you here?
Hi, Matthew.
Keegan, hi!
Hi, Ridwan.
Hi, Reddy.
Hi, Amina.
Hi, Amina. Hi, Ligori.
Hi, Lori. I'm gonna take all of this out. This is the stupidest thing we've done. Yeah. And we did a lot of stupid stuff in this video. Okay, bye. Like it. Okay, we're done. We're done with that. We wasted a whole minute.
Kayla.
And it's gonna be like 5. Zoe! Hi, Zoe! Hi! Oh, Andre. Hi, Andre.
Oh, a kid. He's what I call him, kid.
Okay, we're done.